All my life, I've felt helpless, cheated, stepped on. I was always the little man, the square peg, the forgotten one. But that night, everything was gonna change.
Okay, dude.
Everything. Soon I would be
A cockroach.
a cockroacha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Play Retro. This is Play Retro, where we talk about old video games. Today is no different. My name is Scott Johnson, one of your hosts, and I love seeing any scene involving razor blades and rats. Super into it. And lots of roaches, like me. They kind of live forever, you know. I'm immortal. Anyway, why not immerse yourself in a game full of roaches? Is a clip from this game called a roach clip?
Oh, I see what you did there, you immortal one.
Yeah.
And I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway. And my mama put some bad full motion mojo on me. And now I live the life of the cockroacha. Hey, wait! Does that mean I get to live rent-free in this rat-infested hellhole? Things are looking up. Hello, fellow rent-free roaches. How are you this fine rent-free day? No thanks. I don't eat poop. Besides, I think I just lost my appetite.
I was wondering how you're going to pronounce harf.
Harf.
He put the word harf in here.
Harf.
And I wasn't sure how that was going to come out, but I like it. I like it a lot. I've heard you say harf before, and I think I don't appreciate it.
Yeah,
enough.
it's huarf, I believe, is the full the long form, but I just say harf.
Is that in place of like, oh, you harfed all over the couch after?
Yeah,
eating too many
he
whatever?
harfed, barf. Yeah, it's kind of a combination, but huarf.
We used to say
is
hork.
I've heard people say that. Yeah, hork is also one. That's
Yeah,
another
he
great
horked it
term
up.
for horked it.
Yeah, like where did this come from? Oh, the dog horked it up, I would say.
Yeah. He horked it.
Yeah, I like hork.
Mm-hmm.
Hork is my go-to. But for us today on this episode of the show, our go-to is going to be the 1996 Smash PC hit. I don't know if it was a smash hit. It had its audience though. People love this game.
It had a lot of exposure for a game that pretty much everybody has forgotten about, and one of the reasons why is because it was distributed with PCs at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot on the heels of getting our Windows 95 on, right? And you get a new PC, and you might get a demo, and one of those demos might have been Bad Mojo to show off your full motion video CD.
Your capable
players.
new computer
Yeah.
that you just purchased.
But everybody's forgotten completely about it.
Yeah,
This-
but it has a following, and we're going to talk about why,
absolutely.
because this thing is actually kind of wild. Before we do all that, though, a couple things. You know, the handheld maker, one of the many now who are making retro handhelds, Aneo, or Yan.
I think
Yaneo.
no, I think Aneo is how we're going to say it. Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Ayaneo,
Anyo.
anal hole.
You managed to do it.
I managed
was
to
like,
do it.
How will he destroy this? There it is.
They've made a
There you
crap ton of handhelds, retro handhelds, different
Neo.
price points, that kind of thing. They just released a press release for the new Next 2, which is their new flagship Windows handheld of the future. Now, this thing will do anything,
Windows.
including high-end gaming. The design of this is a competitor to the Steam Deck, not a competitor to an Ambernick or something.
Right.
However, here's my question to you: this thing is expected to cost as much as $1,400. Brian, do you
Well-
pay $1,400 for this device?
This company, Neo, does know their market and the people who consume this. I think people will absolutely purchase this. I will not be enjoying one unless they feel like it necessary to send me one to shut me up.
Yep.
You want to shut me up?
Keep you quiet after all this. Yeah, no.
Send me one.
Send us one and we'll happily review them. But
Right.
yeah, I think that's asking a bit much. Basically, they're aiming for like, hey, you tired of lugging around a notebook for your high-end gaming? What if it was just a full-blown one of these? And the specs are really nice. 9-inch OLED screen.
Nice.
Higher resolution than most of the competition. What else I can tell you about this? AMD Ryzen AI Max 395 Plus. I don't know what that is. It's got a dual fan cooling system. That isn't always a good thing because this thing might be loud. I don't know. Got got a big battery, bunch of stuff. So
What we know is that if there is a thriving market, and the handheld market like this is doing pretty darn well, you got to find your place in it, and being at the top end is not a bad place to be, right?
not bad at all.
Yeah. So I mean, you found yourself a little niche, and go for it. I'm excited about seeing it, but once again, I'm not so interested. I don't have any purpose for this. If someone's looking for a single device that can do just about anything they want it to do, this is probably it. But Steam Deck for me, it really checks all my boxes,
including the price box.
Yeah, including the price box.
At least for now, until probably we start seeing prices go up because these dumb increases of all the RAM leaving and stuff. But look at this resolution: 9.06 inches.
That's hot.
2400 by 1504. Pretty good.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
164 hertz refresh rate. That's better than a lot of people's PCs.
Yeah, it's going to be that's a beast.
Yeah,
that's a beast.
So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting. The other thing I want to mention is that Brian and I sat down last night and watched something we'll call Watch Retro. It's like a little bonusy thing we're working on. We're workshopping it. You've seen it before when we do stuff after the show. We're thinking about making it more of a mainstream thing. But we did an episode of Watch Retro, for lack of a better term, and watch some old cartoons, watch some old shorts. Not the kind I was wearing, but the kind you watch, the animated shorts,
We watched, you may remember this out there, we watched The Mighty Orbots, a franchise that was pretty much
dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival, because it's really good. We watched it. Well, I was surprised, but they had a lot of trouble with Tonka at the time because of the Mighty GoBots, and so the marketing was a little too close for their comfort, and so they stumbled out of the gate. But the cartoon itself, it's got some really interesting things. We also watched that 90s classic known as Reboot. That early 3D animation. We forgot to give you textures because we don't do that yet.
Yep. We don't do those yet.
but that was fun. And I also enjoyed watching some of the public domain stuff, like Gendy the Goose.
Never even heard of it until yesterday, so that was neat.
Yeah, me.
It was a lot of fun.
And
also, we also did it like this, Gandy the Goose, because Gander, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like
this is how we watched it. We're in our little car there with our heads. You can't see this if you're just listening, but in the video, we got me and Brian hanging out. I even had working windshield wipers, although right now they're not working. But there's a big screen in the back with it's like a drive-in movie. It was super fun. So come watch us live.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so goofy, and I loved it. And it was in the spirit of what me and Scott loved the most.
Yeah, it was a really, really good time. So check that out. Come back next week. I think we'll do it on Tuesdays for the foreseeable.
Tuesday.
And we have a big one of these planned for the night, or the opening night of Nerdtacular. We're going to hang out and do one of these.
Yeah.
On screen in the ballroom. It's going to be awesome.
On screen. We're going to be in a half cut out car like that. We're going to be in a Plymouth Fury.
All of it.
Like from Christine.
We're going to spare no expense.
No expense.
None spent. None expended or something. Anyway, let's throw it over to Brian. What'd you get up to?
Yeah. So hey, I've talked about it in a couple of my different streams and stuff. We even talked about it a little bit last night. But one of the things that got me excited, because it kind of ran in parallel to what was doing with the Watch Retro, is I picked up this Castle Films, and it's 8mm films. I picked up 2 of them from the thrift store for about, I think it was $5 for both of them. And, I don't have 8mm projector, but I was able to kind of thumb through this first one and kind of look. And this is an Andy Panda cartoon, silent film from, I think, 1939. And I have actually seen this, something about, it's the Blacksmith. It's not the one that came later that was color. This is the black and white version. But these were pretty cool for only $5. And so I'm looking forward to maybe finding myself some type of way to at least look at these. I found this already on YouTube transferred, but whoever did the transfer, they either had a copy with. So you've seen this before, right?
This is Andy Panda, by the way, right here.
Yeah, Andy Panda. That's right. Yeah. That's a. Who does that one? That one's Lance, like Woody Woodpecker. Remember Woody Woodpecker?
Right. It was. I have it right here.
Walter Lance, I believe.
Walter Lance.
I think it's what his name is.
That's it. It was part of that. Yeah, it is Walter Lance. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He used to do comics too. They were 10-cent comics.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so you see these little grooves and grips and everything. So you feed those to the projector. But whoever did the transfer on YouTube, I guess maybe they didn't know how to thread one of these. I used to run the projectors in school when we had those 8mm projectors, and you can't pull those things taut. Right. When you're feeding your film through there, most of the projectors that I worked with, you would have to like leave a little, like a loop. You leave a little loop so it wouldn't like pull it. But that's exactly what it's like to transfer. So I'm like, do I need to get up in this business and transfer this thing to upload it to YouTube? Because you people have forgotten.
Maybe you're the one to save it.
Of being a projectionist.
Yeah. I mean, look at this right there. These aren't bad. It looks okay.
No, that's a good transfer. Somebody did pretty good with that.
Yeah, but there are a bunch of these, and they all kind of vary in quality. But we're big fans of this stuff, and I love that that's what you ended up picking up. Did you not know till you opened it and looked at it in the light and everything?
That's right.
You didn't know what you had. That's
no,
great.
I was like, if nothing else, this makes just a nice little display piece. Nice little these Castle film boxes. I mean, look at
awesome.
that. That is the real deal. That's this is like from the 40s or something. It's not in great shape, but I like it even more because it's a little more, a little more worn.
What do those cost in the when they were first out? Do you know what that would cost you?
These were for at-home use, right?
Like
and
50
they would come in
cents,
these.
$1 maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question. Adjusted for inflation, who knows? It was probably a penny. At least according to my mom, who used to tell me, when I was growing up, you could get a Pepsi and a Snickers bar for a nickel.
Yep.
A nickel.
Yep. This is what they did, though, back before VHS and DVD and everything else. You would have actual reel-to-reel films that you'd put on these things. You'd show it up on the wall or whatever projection you had. And
no central heat or cooling, and you got this bulb rocking out. You didn't have no LED bulb. You had like rocking out probably I can't even imagine the temperatures in those old houses.
Yeah.
McGruff would be pissed because you would probably leave the windows open all night, right? And he's like, "Oh, that's pre-show stuff. I'm sorry."
Oh, yeah.
So anyway,
it gives us a chance to say, join our Patreon. We did a whole pre-show today all about McGruff the Crime Dog and the history of that dumb PSA. Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, there you go.
That's what I got up to this week.
Fun stuff. It's time to talk about our game of the week.
Shall we play a game?
Let's do it. Let's play a game. And in this case, let's play a little game called Bad Mojo. Yes, that's right. 1996, Pulse Entertainment and Acclaim. This, by the way, is Pulse Entertainment's only game.
They were really more of a production house for video and graphics, and they made a game, and then I am assuming they enjoyed it so much some of the people went off and formed Jinx, which did a few more things.
They did a few more things, and then they kind of went away. But there was a hot moment there, as you notice here. We're getting a little FMV, the full motion video action.
This is the first time we've come across any of these games that specifically were released for Windows 3.1. Not a DOS game.
Yeah.
It says Windows, and it means Windows 3.1 and Windows 95.
Which was basically, 3.1 is DOS. Basically freaking DOS, yeah.
Even though it's technically DOS, but they said, no, you got to have Windows 3.1. I'm like, okay.
I think that was a cahoots to get people to buy Windows. That's what I think.
All I know is I ran this in DOSBox, and it had to have Windows 3.1 running in the background, and it was pretty cool because the person who set it up used wallpaper, and so if you exit out of the game, you could just exit. If you exit properly, you can get into Windows 3.1 environment, and you can poke around, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I actually liked it.
It was all right. Now, some of you may look at this and go, something familiar about this. Let me tell you the basic premise. The player, take control of Roger. He's an entomologist who is turned into a cockroach by his dead mom's enchanted pendant. Keep up with me here, people.
Right.
Now, you find a way to return yourself to your former fleshy self, but to do that, you got to explore this rundown San Francisco bar. Plus, it's also a residence. You kind of live there. That you're renting from this landlord who's always smoking cigars. Scumlord is correct. He's a douche. He's terrible. Anyway, so rather than this traditional inventory, puzzle, whatever, progression is based on exploration, environmental interaction, revealing new areas, that sort of thing. And then there's narrative around that where you'll get a little short movie or a little whatever.
The FMV part is the narrative part,
Yeah, and it's I have to say, it kind of, this footage we're seeing here is from the what do they call it?
Oh, so the Redux. So you're watching the Redux version?
The Redux looks a lot better than the original, so we're looking at the better
Also
version
play
here.
Retro, because it came out in 2004. So either 96 or 2004, both of them, in our opinion, are Play Retro.
Yeah, they're both retro games. And it's not like you're not going to look at this and go, "Oh wow, the next generation engine they're using here is blowing my mind." There's none of that.
No, and it's essentially the same game with just some upresing. They probably found some of the original video footage, and they probably put that in there, and they just cleaned up some stuff and up-resed a few things, and it's pretty much the original game. And I found it to actually be, because I got it off Good Old Games, the Redux version, and you can get it off. I think I got it for $5.99 off Good Old Games, or you can get it on Steam right now for like $1.99.
Man.
Yeah, for like the next couple of days. But I got the Good Old Games because you get everything. You get the behind-the-scenes stuff. You get the manual. You get a bunch of wallpapers. They send you free roaches in the mail. No, they don't do that part.
No.
But still, there's not a lot of difference between the two. And I actually found the latter, which runs the Redux, which runs on your modern machine, to be more buggy. Pun intended. Yeah, had all kinds of bugs in it.
I have to admit, I had a hard time launching it for a while. I did finally get it to go. For this week, I mostly watched footage of it because I just didn't have time. But for $2, it was like, well, of course I'm getting this. And now, now I certainly have it. But you'll get there. Just a little tweaking here and there, you'll be all right. It was for me to get it to run. I had to do something with full screen versus windowed exclusive whatever settings in my video card. Once I did that, it was fine.
Because remember, this is even worse. So the first one, you may have a little more luck emulating, because there's a lot more emulation options for operating systems for Windows 96 than there are from Windows Windows 7 or
7 or 10 or whatever.
What was it? Windows? It was 2004. God, why didn't I make it easy,
XP,
Microsoft?
Baby. XP.
It couldn't have been XP.
Yeah,
in 2004. That can't be right.
Hell yeah.
That can't be right.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I believe you. So.
I think, right? I'm not just making that up. Am I right? Hold on.
I know I was running XP in 2001, I think. So that's probably
2001 to 2006. There it is.
Okay. All right,
06 was where it ended. Well, not ended, but that was like the main deal. Anyway.
I love it.
So my only real problem with this game, I actually have a lot of good things to say about its art direction. I think it's cool.
Yes.
But what I didn't like, and this is why maybe a new game with the same idea would be cool today. You just have you're going screen by screen, like Zelda kind of. You're just you go down to the bottom, and now you're on the screen below that, and then it doesn't even shift. It just kind of flashes to the next scene or whatever. I found that kind of easy to get confused about where I've been and where I still need to go. So I had some exploration issues, which I'm sure people had at the time, but also we didn't have a language for this kind of game, really, how to explore surfaces or whatever. It's not a huge beef. It's just kind of a thing of its time, and it's fine. But I got lost a lot. I'll put it that way.
And it's so you're controlling what looks like a real roach on the screen, right? So there's
we should warn people, if you don't like looking at roaches run around, this video game is not for you.
Or dead rats. Yeah, there's a trigger warning, by the way. Yeah, if you have an aversion to vermin, and insects and just grunge in general, not the music, but the visual aesthetic. So you start off in the full motion video introduction of this wild over the top premise that you've robbed something. You can read more about it, but you're basically a bug guy, right? You're a bug guy, and you robbed a bunch of money, and you got plans to skip out for some reason on your landlord because you got this money trying to get away. Yeah. But some bad mojo is cast upon you by a pendant that I don't understand exactly why you decided would be the proper time to pull out and look at, but you pull it out and you get the bad mojo upon thigh, and you turn into a cockroach. And I guess your mom intended this so that you would then find a way to be a decent human being, because that's what you got to kind of do.
Okay. What you've described so far is Joe's apartment, that MTV movie. Is that what this is?
Same year, 1996. They both came out at the same time, but both of those were independent projects being developed at the same time, right?
So they're just one of those lucky, like, Deep Impact Armageddon kind of deals where nobody knew they were going to work on the same
Well,
kind of thing.
it was definitely both were influenced by things that were going on at the time. We were in what we're kind of like in that Ren and Stimpy era where every like close up gross effects and everybody was trying to outgross everybody. It was a race to the gross. And what's more relatable when it comes to grossness than a cockroach?
Yeah, no,
right?
cockroaches are disgusting. They're really gross.
Plus, it's also how I say it wrong. How do you say the it's
Cacophony. Cacophony.
Nope, not cacophony. It's based on the story where you turn into a roach, Kafka-esque.
Oh,
I think is how you-
Kafka-esque. Got it.
Kafka-esque. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Kafka-esque.
Kafka, and then you put the esque on there, meaning it's like
esque,
it's
there you
like
go, there you go.
Kafka. Yeah, I got it.
Right. Was it Metamorphosis or whatever, which is a great little short novella I remember having to read in school and being pleasantly surprised.
I quickly forgotten most of it, I'll be honest. But then there was wait, Chekhov's gun mixes in here somehow. What's the deal? Did Kafka write that?
So
anyway,
it might be.
I can't remember what was what. It's been a long time. Chat's saying no. That was Chekhov. Oh, Chekhov's the author. Yeah, I see.
Chekhov was the author.
Listen, we were sophomores in high school. We don't know shit back then, and I haven't bothered since. So
I know it's funny. You'll learn something in high school, but you don't. You'll learn a bunch of different things, and you never connect them until years later. You'll be absent. Like Scott, we talked about before. We were talking about Door Jam, which was with a B at the end, and I've whatever. Anyway,
I've never known that. I've always thought it was JAM. Really had no idea until today. So there's
peanut butter and jam door. So in this, all right. So we're going to get into spoilers for a second. So I'll give you a moment to think about if you're planning on playing Bad Mojo and if you're concerned about one of the 3 endings, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So here it comes.
Go.
Here it comes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So the landlord is suffering from loss of his wife.
Yeah.
His wife turns out was your mom.
Yeah.
And apparently they had sent you off to the orphanage. And so some of this was all just a plan to get you and your dad together.
But he's not the dad.
He's the dad. He is the dad.
He's your dad?
He's your dad, which is revealed if you do it in the right way.
It was never clear to me, by the way.
It's just not. So there was this was a big ask. You got to remember they were trying to do things that weren't. I'm going to circle back around to the point I was trying to make earlier. This is a true multimedia game. You've got 3D pre-rendered 3D art. You've got real video clips. You've got high definition, somewhat high definition. They've been manipulated. Pictures that are set as the backdrop of most of your top-down navigation of your roach, which and sometimes it's isometric view, but that's only because the picture behind it is an isometric view.
Right.
And so this, so you have to think that this roach has to crawl over basically a bitmap image that may have layers of height.
Yeah, depth
and represent
height,
that top down.
Right.
Dude, this was a major undertaking.
No,
Come on,
you don't think
for
of it that way.
1996.
Yeah, you don't think of it those ways, but when you start to think about what that means and what you have to do to create the sense of depth or not have it ruined, that's hard. That's a hard thing to make.
They were solving problems left and right. And some of the things that we criticize now, like the hammy acting, the actor who plays Roger, looks like he's doing Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber because he's got the bowl cut.
It's ridiculous.
But he's super exaggerated. And that was important because these video clips were very small on screen. It doesn't take up the full screen. This is 1996. And so, yeah, you got to make sure that he emotes big enough that you can get the idea. So like I said, this game it's hard to look at it and go, oh, that's really a monumental achievement.
Yeah.
it's really hard to look at it and see it that way in today's terms.
Yeah,
because it looks stupid, it looks goofy.
From a technical standpoint, there's nothing about this, even in '96, where you're just going to like lose your mind. It's like, okay, it's fine.
Right.
Well, where it gets me, where the innovation is them willing to go crazy with this weird ass story. Like, it's a strange thing. It's like a little bit of Mist, like 3D rendered environments, a little bit of that. And then it's a little bit of like,
which is out near the same time. They were inspired by Mist a little bit.
Oh, they'd have to be, right?
Yeah.
It was hard not to. And
they knew him, and they were aware. Yeah.
Yeah. And then FMV is such a weird thing. Like, basically, this is FMV right here. Hello, we're doing an FMV scene. Hey, everybody, it's me and Brian doing FMV while we watch our video game.
We got to talk big. We got, I mean, come on. I mean, they hired actors. They hired real actors. That alone made me go, well, turn. Because lots of times you would just do some in-house stuff. But these guys actually went out. They had, they got real actors to come in. I didn't say great actors. I just said they got real actors to come in. And they told a story that they wanted to tell. Vincent Carella, I believe, the story was written, I think, and he also had some help with the writing. I could be wrong, but it was written, definitely directed by him. And he had a vision. And this was the vision. And they had a crazy idea. And they just started solving problems until they made a game, called Bad Mojo, and I think it's compelling. But I'll tell you, this has been one of the least watched YouTube videos I've done as far as doing the playthrough stuff.
Think it freaked people out to see it, or what?
I don't know if it's an aversion for some people, or if it's just not in the algorithm. Nobody's looking for it. If it's just not adjacent or whatnot, or people, I don't know, it just doesn't register with people. But I think, I don't want to oversell it. I'm just saying that when I contextualize it, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I also think that as something, how do I put it? Something this weird.
Yeah.
Is it's anomaly. Like the thing, and they worked with so many, like, the technical end of selling computer hardware. Like, this was like when you would buy a computer and go, oh, this comes with what was Microsoft's stupid encyclopedia thing? What was that called?
Not Britannica?
No, not Britannica.
No. Wait, I know what it is. Wait a minute.
We tell you guys when we do the show at 5, it's
Encarta.
Jeez, there you go. That kind of thing. It was like sold like that. It was like, oh, you gotta.
We got a video clip. Hold on a second.
Encarta's like, hold on.
It's like a stamp size video.
It was terrible.
All pixelated.
But it was what you did because your new computer had a CD-ROM in it. And so the OEM version of Encarta would be packed in as a selling point to buy this computer. It's got this thing for your kids or whatever. That's what this was. Now, why this wasn't some other mainstreamy kind of choice for an FMV exploration game, I'll never fully understand why it's this psychopath freaking basement weirdo shit. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't. So it's really interesting. Also, I think one of the things that benefited was it really didn't take a lot of resources. So 46DX, you could play that on a 46DX2, I think, and like 8 megabytes of memory. 20 megabytes of storage space. You didn't need any kind of controller because there's only 4 keys, and we're still kind of running off the end of the popularity of Myst, so you can kind of probably ride that a little bit. And also, like I said, it's selling that gross out factor. Is kind of hip.
Do you say
edgy.
myth or mist?
Mist. Did I say myth?
I think you said myth. You meant mist.
All right. Yep. I meant myth. I meant mist. See, I'd say it again. It's a myth. It's a myth. Mist.
It's a myth.
But yeah, I think it was just hitting all the right things at the right time. But it that moment was so fleeting that we just forgotten about it. But I do love I love the fact that it was only 4 directions. At first, I was a little annoyed because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be stupid. Because I get kind of mad sometimes when I'm trying to solve puzzles and you can't interact with the environment, or it's very limited how you can interact with the environment because it almost feels like a point and click game where it's like, all right, let's play. Where did you hide the the thing that I gotta walk over.
It's like the DVD games when they were making those.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. And it's like I don't want to play Hunt for the Hidden Wall. It's fine as a part of a game, but it's not. I don't want it to be the whole game. But there's a lot of cool things like you explore all these grungy areas in the apartment, and like you talked about going screen to screen, and that's important because that really plays strongly to the fact that you're shrunken. So they're dealing with that as well. So you're shrunk down, and everything in the environment is huge. So you're only going to have so much line of sight anyway, because you're such a small character on the screen, and that actually adds something to it. This limitation turned into a positive.
Sure.
And so you'll be constantly running across things that you think that, I'm gonna have to backtrack and check that out. I see that there is a experimentation is important here too. So like there's one part where you come across like a gas a gas eye that's like burning on a stove. And you'll walk up to it and you're like, oh, okay, I want to be up there. I see there's a gas line coming in. I wonder if I could go up there. Nope, I'm dead. And you die. You only have so many roachy lives, which is the most unrealistic part.
No,
right?
they live forever.
They live forever. They never die. The only way you can kill them is to squish them flat. But anyway, so save often. Did you you
have to save often.
You got to save often.
The version I got, the
Gotta
Redux
save often.
version, had a pretty easy save. Just go out to the menu, hit save, and you're good.
Yeah.
I can't speak to the 96 one. I don't know if that was easier or not.
But there's parts where you got to like the only things you really can interact with are things like the cigarettes on the ground that you can like push around, or the sleeping pills that you drug the landlord with. Spoiler. But you can rotate around cigarettes and stuff, like a part where you have to like go against a spider. You gotta burn him.
Yes,
I'm giving all the secrets away. I apologize.
No. You have to burn the spider because spiders are dicks.
And obviously, they don't like the roaches.
Nope.
So there you go. But
Is that the deal? They're like naturally opposed to one another, roaches and spiders.
I don't even think I think their paths rarely cross, to be honest with you.
My favorite thing I've heard in the chat, and I totally forgot about this. A Stigma reminds us that Windows 95 came with a Weezer music video.
Yes, it did. It was the one where they were in Arnold's.
That's insane to me.
From Happy Days.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, continue on.
But there's a lot of problem solving in this game. But you can retreat back to the hint book. Mm-hmm. But they tell you in the hint book, there's like, hey, there's some hints here. But if we tell you, this game's only gonna be like 15 minutes long, so don't look at them unless you really get stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you kind of get the groove in Bad Mojo, and you really figure out what you're supposed to be dealing with, Roger is a roach crawling over the landlord, and trying to crawl into his mouth. I totally didn't try to do that, but the game does punish you, Scott.
Yeah.
You know how it punishes you?
How's that?
It waits for you to do something stupid, like walking, and and suddenly a rat jumps out and eats you, or the Maine Coon. Well, it's a cat.
It's a cat.
It's cat. It's your cat, I think. I think it's Roger's cat. He jumps out and eats you. So that's the reason why I say save often, because there are a good bit of jump scares here, and that's enhanced by the way they play this moody kind of music across the whole thing. Got this nice little music bed, that lets you know a little bit. I read some people say that the music bed doesn't add anything to the game, and I'm like, no, yeah, it does, because some puzzles you may not even realize you've solved until certain musical cues start playing, and I'm like, oh, I solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this area
I don't ever have to come back here. Yeah. There's a little bit of that. Which I think at the time was satisfying. Now I find it kind of annoying, but it's a thing of its time. I like a lot of the stuff we cover here on the show.
But yeah, overall, Bad Mojo and the Redux,
it's pretty cool.
I enjoyed the crap. It also was for the Macintosh. I didn't even bother. I didn't bother with the. I didn't. What am I made at a time?
I mean, how different would it have been? They're kind of the same.
But if you do get this, I suggest you get the Good Old Games version because you'll see all kinds of really cool tidbits, and there's interviews with the developers. And if you want more reading on this, there is an article over on Night Dive Studios. That's who brought us back in 2004 with the Redux version, with the development team. And they talked about something really interesting. So this game is about turning into a cockroach.
Yeah.
So, and it's also full motion, and there is some 3D rendering, but there are real roaches that they have videos of and pictures of. They ordered, apparently you can order roaches for classes at a place called carolina.com. It's in North Carolina, which is north of me.
You can get them. You can get those. I think you can get them for anything. I got them to feed a snake. So
yeah. You want some roaches? They'll sell them to you.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked about that, and they talked about having to study the roaches and their movements and how they act. And one of the things they talked about in that, when they asked them, how did you study them, is how they asked in this interview. And the developer said, every time we wanted to study them, we had to slow them down. So we had to take the entire cage, put it under the freezer, which, by the way, I think it started out with 8 and they ended up with like thousands.
Oh, they reproduced? Jeez.
Yeah, cockroaches like to cockroacha.
Yeah.
And so they had to take the entire cage, put it in the freezer, and then they'd slow down, and you could pull them out, and they'd be very sluggish. And they'd warm them up, and then we'd put them back in their cage, and they'd be fine. The end part where he says they'd be fine, I think those probably needs to be in quotes. I have a feeling there was a lot of dead cockroaches.
Yeah, I'm glad they kept reproducing so you could refill the population, but I'll bet you a bunch of cockroaches died.
Oh, dude. I mean, oops.
Oh, what happened? 400 cockroaches died. That's what happened.
how do you wrangle? And they talked about this in the interviews and stuff too. I like behind the scenes stuff that you get from the Good Old Games version. They talked about the Maine Coon, and they had like a cat wrangler there, and they said that was really easy. It was a really smart cat, but there's no roach wranglers, right? That was just learning on the job.
No, you're on your own when you got 1,000 roaches. You ain't gonna wrangle that. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this or if you've ever seen roaches en masse like that. I've had them, so there's like maybe a box of 50. When there's a lot of roaches together, they freaking stink. Just
interesting.
Stanky. Oh my gosh,
they're just stanky.
They got a weird, disgusting smell about them. I can't explain it. I don't even know what to compare it to. It's like nothing else. It's really gross.
Interesting.
And that may be true of a lot of insects all together in one place. Right. I don't actually know, but I never leave.
I'm no entomologist.
If I'm out in the wild and I smell even just a hint of that,
right?
Ooh, it puts me in a place. I don't like it.
Do you like stop and go shh shh shh? Do you smell that?
I thought you were doing like Jason.
No, quiet. Do you smell that?
Yeah. Do you smell it?
It's a gaggle of roaches.
Eden AFK in the chat says his wife can smell roaches when she first walks into a place. That's interesting.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure they probably do put off a roachy vibe smell, right?
Yeah. Discordia Duck says pheromones, I think. Probably. Whatever it is, freaking reeks. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Don't go around it if you can avoid it.
But there are multiple endings to this game, and there's only one good ending, and that's the one that I described. I'm sorry I spoiled a game for you from 1996.
I think
and 2004.
This show is going to do that. I think it's fine.
It's not even a good. I mean, it's not even a. It's like, oh, is he your father? And it's like, it's not like no one saw that and said, oh, what? No one thought. If he had pulled his face off and he was a roach, that might have been a moment. But just knowing that the landlord is your father, I don't think did it.
I don't think so either. That's not quite the same as Darth Vader, the evil, black clad cool guy,
right,
villain this whole time was Luke's dad. That has some meaning to it. Finding out that disgusting cigar smoking cat loving turd monkey in the other room charging you too much rent was your dad the whole time. That's a whole other bag of bullshit. That's a whole other bag. But there's a really cool ending too. Mm-hmm. The ending. If you stick around after the credits, they have the Gilligan's Island ending where him and his dad are on the beach because he did steal a load of money because they reconcile, right, or go to some.
Yeah, they reconcile.
They buy like a beachside bar or something like that, and they live there happily. That's the weirdest thing. He's a villain.
He's a villain.
And he went, and now they're together. It's like, Dad, let's open this thing and take this money and live on the beach.
take off your mask and look at me with your own face.
It's really weird.
With your own eyes.
It's really, really weird. And what's the other one? There was another one where there was an explode. Which is the good one? The explosion where Eddie dies.
Yeah, because you finally. So Dad is essentially in this. The landlord is unable to move on because he lost his wife, and so he's an alcoholic. He's unable to sleep. This is all revealed through cutscenes that you get throughout the game, and the bar is failed. Right, they're both on a path of bad, and essentially the mom unifies them through her Jedi spirit essence, and unifies them. So it's a happy ending because they're both broken, but together they can begin to heal.
Yeah, maybe they'll find. Life can find a way.
Life can find a way. Hopefully it doesn't involve roaches.
I'm going to tell you, though, for $2, this is 100% worth it. Go get it. All right, pick it up. Again, that's the Bad Mojo Redux version. That's available on Good Old Games for a little bit more, but if you're on Steam, you may as well pay the cheaper price.
Yeah, if you don't care about the soundtrack or the behind-the-scenes stuff or the wallpapers or the icons or the whatever stuff, the manual, all that stuff. You don't care about that? Yeah, Steam. Play the game.
If you want to watch Joe's apartment, I'm sure you can rent that somewhere.
Yeah, I included the trailer in there because I wasn't sure if that would cause any problems playing it because I just everybody remember Joe's apartment where Jerry O'Connell moves in to a gross ass apartment. Sound familiar?
Oh,
but he doesn't turn into a roach.
No.
He just has talking and singing cockroaches to entertain him. And I think you always had, isn't there like always a question of if he's really seeing it or not? I can't remember.
No,
but he's got a
if
mean
my memory
landlord.
serves, he's like, this might be like drug induced or whatever. It's Jerry O'Connell, by the way, one of the O'Connell brothers.
Yeah.
And it's not a great movie, but it's silly.
No, but it's silly. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little cockroaches are kind of, decent tech for the time. And look, there's even
But it's got
cat.
everything. It's got the Maine Coon cat, which is like in the game. It's got the bad landlord. It's got the cockroaches. It's got rats. It's all the same ingredients, just mixed a little different.
Yeah. And supposedly completely without each other's knowledge, which is crazy. So
yeah.
Watch Joe's Apartment, available now.
But I think, what? I think
choice. Yeah.
I think it's actually in the zeitgeist because they talk about that in the interviews on Good Old Games that they wanted to make a game, or maybe it was in the Night Dive. Anyway, not important. They talk about it that they when they thought of the game, the idea, the kernel of the idea that came up, they were like, yeah, everybody can relate to cockroaches. Everybody's experienced that experience. There's no games out there for that, so let's do that.
Very little out here. The dry west, we don't get a lot of cockroaches out here.
Oh, these are all the cockroaches in this game is what we call either palmetto bugs or water bugs. They're very large roaches. What they're like, I guess like about 2 inches or so. Yeah. Typically between 1 and 2 inches. They're big. They got a nasty hard shell. They're very dark. They're almost black. It's not like your small little brown roaches some of the country has. No, we're talking big, antennaed, frightening, scary.
They
will swim.
They're as big as your kid's gerbil or whatever. They're huge.
Yeah.
The thing with them is they like humid, musty places. So the entire South is a happy home for roaches.
Yeah.
And we just don't get them out here. So it's like fleas. Dogs don't get fleas and where I live. They just don't.
They do right. They do right. They do here because we have trees and they're all full of squirrels.
Yeah.
And you know who has fleas like nobody's business? The stupid squirrels.
Yep.
And they just jump right off there and they jump on my dog.
We do get some pretty crazy spiders though. So you're trading roaches and fleas for scorpions and spiders. So you made a great choice. Great trade. Good job.
We got the ants. That's the worst part.
Oh,
Those
ants are the worst. We could definitely get
ants.
Ants are bad. Hate them. Red ants chewing your feet up. You guys also get those chigger bugs. They call them chiggers.
Yes. We call them chiggers. Yep.
Yeah, those things will destroy you. I went down there once and someone said, Just take
Watch out for
shoes
the
off.
checkers.
Run through the high grass with shoes off. Nice and soft.
High grass.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
Who
and
hated
then
you?
Spent 3 days with giant swollen feet. It was bad.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Most
really
of the chickers
bad.
we know like to head to the warm spots.
Oh, Jerry says they're called no-see-ums. I love that because you don't see them.
Yeah, they're so tiny. Are they red? I think they're little bitty tiny bugs, and they like to go to the warm spots, just
Yeah.
like the ticks.
My
they're
feet.
like most time ours like to get summer shorts straight to the crotch.
Yeah. And then you guys got them mater bugs. They're that one time of the year where they're all mating in midair and they're slow, and you're eating those just because you're riding your bike.
That's the worst.
The South left a scar on me, man. I'm telling you. It's a wild place. Anyway, go get this game, play it. I think you're going to have a good time with it.
Bad Mojo. This is part of our full motion February, or as I learned, someone else is also doing something similar. They're calling it FMV Uary.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
FMVuary.
Yeah, that's good.
Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but
Yeah, but it's fine. But full motion February is also not totally doesn't make use of the V, so we'll accept it. So yeah, we're not the only ones thinking about it. But yeah, full motion videos. Every once in a while, I get a hankering, and why not do it during the shortest month of the year?
yeah.
Just enough.
We might want to
get
sneak
it
like sewer shark in here.
Oh, sewer. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We sneak it nothing. We'll add it after the next one.
I don't know about good one, but it's a one.
It's one to talk. Talking about good FMVs, I think bad FMVs are as entertaining as good FMVs. How about that? The
Sure.
entertainment value is there for either.
I'm
way.
not sure any of them are good. I think this is an example of the game is pretty good underneath the video. The video just enhances everything. When Sega with the Sega CD tried to make that stuff the game, I think the results are pretty much bad across the board. However, there's stuff to talk about in there, right? Like the methods they used and why did the Sega CD, why did the video look like it was made of about a quarter of the pixels of any other video at the time? Such an odd thing.
Yeah.
Weird time in video games.
I'm telling you, we really thought that video, we were going to marry Hollywood and video games, and we weren't necessarily wrong. We were just way too early.
Yeah.
Right?
I've heard some people say if AI tools get good enough to build actual game experiences,
Right.
that we're basically bringing back the FMV era because in a way it's just going to be generating video on the fly or quickly
Right.
of what you want to see next. So you could have a situation where, I don't know, the couple in the story fell off the cliff, and then what's at the bottom of the cliff? Well, now that's a news narrative that's being generated on the fly. I'm not saying I'm for this, but it just kind of sounds like FMV making a comeback in a weird way.
AI will always be a part of video games. The generative part is really the only to the degree that we're doing the generative is new. And I'm still not convinced that anything currently based on the current types of model and hardware path that we're heading down that we'll ever see anything more than, 10, 15 seconds worth of entertainment. Which right now everybody comes up and goes like, watch this 8-second clip that AI did. We're cooked.
We're cooked.
And I'm like,
I hate those.
I'm like,
those posts
I'm like,
can
no.
die in a fire, dude. I freaking hate them. I've been complaining about this recently. They come up and they go, oh, the industry's cooked. R.I.P. Hollywood. It's like 8 seconds of 720p 30K or 30 frame video and you think it's cooked? What are you doing?
Yeah.
This whole I can't. There's things about AI that I think are great, and there are things about quote unquote the larger AI conversation that are pretty cool and interesting.
Yeah.
And there are some things that are just stupid to me. But the guys that are out there going, you guys, last night I made this in 2 hours.
Yeah.
The entire video game business is over.
It's over. Go ahead and go on home.
Yeah. Eat shit and chew it thoroughly. Freaking hate that. It's so dumb. Anyway.
I'll tell you, it was cooked. Maybe TikTok. That's about, because 8 seconds. We were doing, I don't know. I won't harp on it anymore. There we go. I'm done.
You're done. You've done it.
I'm not saying that one day AI will not do the things we wanted to do. And I know it's moving faster than anything else has probably moved. But I'm telling you, I've spent the last couple of years using every AI thing I can and using a lot of it unapologetically in whatever bad way I could, just to see if there was any real promise there. And from my experience so far, not down the current path they got. They'll have to figure out another path because that path don't go down far enough to do what youth people think it's
No,
going
it's
to do.
just it's a remixer. That's all it is. And it's an IP infringement constantly. Like people will show me a thing, go, look, can you believe it? Look at this. I've combined the characters from Halo with characters from, I don't know, Doom.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? I'm like, no,
cool?
no, it's not cool. It's dumb. And also it just says you don't have a creative bone in your effing body. You're just taking stuff and mashing shit up.
It reminds me of some of it I find intriguing because it reminds me of how people will make trailers for something they like a part 2 of a movie. It's like, oh, we're going to finally visit. And I'm like, oh, man. And at first, when you first watch one of those kind of fake trailers, you're like, you get super excited. And this is before AI even came along. This is just people like being creative with their editing. You know, it's like they'll pull from a couple different movies or whatever and in a world. And they'll start, having some kind of narration over top of it. It's just creative editing. And I just remember every time after I get through it, I feel so cheated. But I'm also like, man, I wish they would really make that. Just a reminder that I wish they would make something good.
Yeah. I mean, I also think it's, as currently constituted,
Yeah.
at least the LLM side, they're better, they are vastly better search engines than all search engines combined.
Yeah.
So I have I have very good things to say about that. Like if I'm looking for shit, I will find it so much faster with an LLM than I will ever with Google or any other competing search engine.
And the reason why is because it's unthrottled. You're paying a premium service directly to the AI, and you're not getting any ads, and that can't last forever.
Well, it's not just
This stuff
that. It's
costs
me.
money.
It's not even just that. It's like I can go to Google and say the following phrase.
Google takes you bad places intentionally for their
Well,
ad
yeah, and they all do.
revenue.
That's the problem with the model.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
I can go to Google and I can say, I'm trying to find a video that I saw in 2005. I don't remember the game it showed, but it was something with this character, and there were 2 dogs and a horse.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Google will give me nothing. But if I go to
Yeah,
Google's AI
right.
chatbot, if I go to Gemini or GPT or anything else, and I say those exact same words, it will find it for me immediately.
And you know what?
And it'll know
Just
the
like
context and everything else. So that's all I'm saying.
It really is. And the problem is we found out, it's kind of like when we started getting MP3s instead of CDs, we had been so mad at the industry because they had been the music industry had been squeezing us for so many years with bullshit, giving us one good song on a CD, that when MP3s came along and we got it for free, we was like, hell yeah, screw you, give me some more free music. But then eventually someone figured out how to monetize it, and it all slowed down, and now we have to pay 99 cents for a song. And if you do the math, that's more money. But anyway, same thing with the AI. Everything seems shitty when you search Google for so long is because they're trying to squeeze it. They're only going to give you just enough information to squeeze money out of you. And right now they're giving you the drug for free that is Gemini. And eventually the bill is going to come due, people.
Well,
the bill's you heard it right here.
Gemini on its own is
Right.
different, right? The chatbot they have built into Google is not,
yeah.
It's running on
whatever it's
different
called.
cheese.
What,
but
whatever it's called.
I like Claude. Claude's pretty accurate. Does a good job for me.
I think all the AI currently for search stuff, like you said, is tasty, delicious, and it makes me so
also
mad
it is
that
searching.
I know. Yeah.
It's actually searching the web. It isn't just pulling shit out of its ass.
Yeah.
And it will give me a link back to the thing. It's literally
Yeah.
giving me what search engines are supposed to give me. But I can be much more vague and natural language about it. I think that's actually a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
But when it comes to like making things, generating things, it's just remixing. It's not doing, it only knows what it's been trained.
Yeah.
And so if you tell it to make some art, it will only give you the output based on art it has seen and trained on. And that will become obvious to everybody all the time. So we're going to find the place. I don't know what the place is or where we're going to find it, but we're going to get there. Okay? We're going to get there.
There's going to be a tug of war between users and the people who are providing the services. And eventually it'll all shake out. And if history is is an indicator of the future, it's going to suck balls. So,
so play Bad Mojo is what we're saying.
So play Bad Mojo.
Get in there and give it your best. All right, we're going to play a game that we made up. It's called Guess My Game. It's a little bit of an audio game, and we play some audio. It's from an old game of a certain era and platform, and then we each have to have a chance to try to understand or try to guess what each other brought. We have 4 possible answers, platform and date. Brian, I'm going to start with mine. This is 1994.
1994.
It's a good year. I like
That was a great year. Also the same year I picked, except you went PC and I went MS-DOSmas.
Well, still running on the PC, I suppose.
Yeah.
So 1994 is mine, PC, and here's your audio. Check it out. Got some sweet MIDI.
Yeah, you do. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. Happy time.
1994. It was a happy time.
Wow, boy, they used every...
Well, it has a lot of menus you bring up, and then the music's different, that menu. It's weird.
I got you. Okay.
I don't know if that'll help you or not. It might.
Yeah.
All right, so there's your audio. Here's your options.
Bing, bing,
Someone in
bing,
the
bing.
chat says chop roach.
Chop Rocha.
Chop roacher. I love it. Or roach lifter. That's good too.
Roach lifter.
All right, here we go. A, Quarantine. These are all 94 games on PC, so I didn't make anything up.
Yeah.
A, Quarantine. B, Beneath a Steel Sky. C, Superhero League of Hoboken. Or
All right.
D, Master of Magic. All of which
Master of Magic.
actual games.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. What? Superhero League of Hoboken?
Yeah,
That can't be real.
it is.
All right, but I must be when I choose it because that is so obscenely stupid that I want it to be true, even if I'm wrong. Quarantine, I can't remember Quarantine. I remember it, but I can't remember what it sounded like. Master of Magic, no idea. But I do know that we played Beneath the Steel Sky here before, and it sounds a lot like Beneath the Steel Sky.
Let's see if that's correct. Is it? No.
Oh, no.
No. The correct answer is Master of Magic.
Master of... So, Mom. I don't know Mom.
Yeah, Mom. That's funny. I didn't even think
Yeah.
about that. Here's a cover for it. This is an expansion. Or no, this
Scared
isn't
of
it.
the
Oh, this is
Seas.
it. Yeah. There was an expansion thing. Basically, and I think there's a newish version of this, like something that's newer than this. I'm not super
looks
familiar
cool.
with it, but the original looked like this, if I can find it. Here we go. That right there.
Oh, very, very castle-y.
Yeah, let me give you the kind of the brief, I don't know, overview how to describe it. This was called Master of Magic, like I said, and it was basically Civilization and Master of Orion, kind of a combo of that. Like it's a big 4X, so it's a 4X strategy game, epic fantasy, bunch of customization. You play a wizard, you're super powerful. And it's got all these schools of magic and all these races and all this stuff. It's kind of complicated, but I think that game was rad at the time. Apparently, there's a newer one of this, and I don't know how new, but I wouldn't. Oh, 2022, really? Are they remaking this? I need to play that.
Ooh, I thought that screen grab looked fairly new, like a remaster or something. That looks pretty cool.
Well, look at this one. This is real new.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's must be a new game. I got to go check it out.
Look at that hex grid.
I know, right? Love it. I'm a big fan when they take that Civ formula and they mix in magic. Big fan of all that stuff. I think it's great.
Mix in magic.
So you
Milk
lose.
of magnesia.
Now we'll play yours. What's my deal? What's my
rude.
platform and whatnot?
Hey, why not look back to the MS-DOS era, 1994? I guess you could launch this from Windows 3.1 if you wanted to. Windows for Workgroups, I suppose.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? 3.11. Yeah, and yeah. Play some
Here's your
funky
audio.
music.
Oh boy. You sure this isn't a commercial for McGruff the crime dog?
Right.
Oh,
Round one. Fight.
it's a fighting game.
Nope, it's strategy.
Okay, interesting. Give me my choices.
Absolutely. MS-DOS 1994. Is it A, Rise of the Robots? B, One Must Fall 2097? C, Mortal Kombat 2? Or D, Brutal Battle?
Well,
spelt with 2 D's.
I know. Oh, brutal.
All the D's, all the T's are replaced
With D.
in
with
Brutal
Ds.
Baddie.
So it's Brutal Battle,
Brutal Battle.
which I guess sounds right, but looks wrong. All right, I already know what this is. I'm going to get this without even trying. You ready?
All right,
And the reason I did this is kind of a cheat. I was looking for games to cover, looking at 94, saw One Must Fall 2097, and thought, I should do that. And then I switched gears and went with this other thing. I went with Master of Magic, and I didn't do the PC fighting games, partly because I thought maybe I'd done them before, but I couldn't remember, so I didn't want to retread. I think that helped me because tell me, is that the correct answer? Is it Rise? Sorry, not Rise of the Robots. One Must Fall 2097.
One Must Fall 2097. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. It's D, Brutal Battle. No, I'm just kidding. It's B, One Must Fall. You got it.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, that's an ugly ass game. You guys ever watch that? That's an ugly game.
Oh, but it is so fun looking. I mean, come on, a fighting game.
Is it?
When you're playing as like mechs and stuff and robots. I mean, come on, human assisted robots.
Yeah, here you go, Chad. Look at this nasty freaking mess. This was Epic Mega Games. I swear.
Yeah, but come on, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah, PCs. Look, the Street Fighter thing was happening hardcore. They didn't have an answer on PC. They wanted to try to do that, so they did.
Yeah,
and this was the result. It has its fans. I know some people really quite like it, but man, it's ugly.
I like it. I think it's way cool. You choose your little your fighter person, your human, and you get your robot out there and you fight.
Yeah, fight.
And you don't not one time do you say get over here.
No,
but,
no Hadouken or any of that.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah,
nope.
That's what they were trying to fight, though. They were trying to get their own Street Fighter going.
They were trying to, yeah.
Well done. That means that today.
Good job, you got it, Scott.
I'm a huge winner today. Huge.
You are a huge winner. I did like the fact that one was called Rise of the Robots and then one was called One Must Fall 2097. I had to put them next to each other.
One robot must fall.
One robot.
2097. I love it. Oh, look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, that's some music indicating that we have a new game entering the retro realm, 20 years old or more, and that is Finding Nemo, Escape from the Big Blue, Nintendo DS. Woo! Came out February 9th, 2006, just a couple of days ago, 20 years ago.
You're old.
You focus on the DS's unique features, a variety of mini games, the pen and the thing, the screen, the bottom screen a lot. I kind of remember this a little bit. I think maybe my little daughter had it because she'd have been very young then.
Do you remember?
Anyway.
Do you remember Phil the Magic game? Do you remember that one?
No, tell me about Phil the Magic.
Makes use of all those all that crap. What was it? Isn't that the one with all the little? It's all the little gimmickies. It's like, oh, you can do this with the you could do this with this piece of
hardware. My biggest beef with the DS is the stupid gimmick. I hate it. Yeah. I really don't like it, and I'm so glad. I mean, it's neat for what it was, and it was a great way for Nintendo to not stop but curb some of the piracy going on because it was such a unique input method that you couldn't just mass produce it. Or whatever.
I mean, you just can't pick up a Game Gear and blow on the microphone and make something move across.
No.
I always mess with me too. Like that one game mechanic, it took me forever to understand what they were doing because I was like, what the hell? How am I blowing on this? I got like some kind of
you were just going
heats. They got some kind of heat sensor on the screen or something. It's just your dumb ass going.
Yeah, it's just
on the microphone,
creating distortion on a microphone, and it worked. But the thing with that whole run, and the 3DS, introducing 3D as like the other part of the game, people really didn't. What they wanted was traditional controller-based gameplay, and so a lot of the games avoided those gimmicks because players would revolt against those gimmicks and not buy as many copies. So in the end, we kind of got what we wanted. Some of my favorite DS games don't require the stylus or even the second screen at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that. Small victories, you know?
I get it. You got to sell. It's like we got to sell these units.
Yeah.
We got to sell the console. We got to sell the system.
Yeah. They kept doing it too. The Wii was like that. I mean, really, the Switch is almost it's them giving up with the Switch. The Switch was like them going, you know what? What if this just played like a damn effing video game? It didn't have anything wonky. That's what the Switch
I really
is.
did love Wii Sports though. That really was a selling point for me to get the Wii bowling and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but then once you were done with it, you're like,
once you're
I'm
done with that one game, it's just like, hope y'all got something else because I'm done with this gimmick.
Yeah, you got any other ideas?
Right, you got something else?
By the way, Brutal
there?
Battle. I just wanted to get you some video here. This is gnarly.
Oh, you got some Brutal Battle
Yeah.
with the D's replacing all the T's.
Let me skip ahead here. Ooh, this
Don't you love it?
is gnarly.
That is some.
There we go. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Is that someone in band with one of those feather hat things fighting someone? Is that what's
like
going on
band
right now?
or a
marching
what you call
band.
them, girl?
Oh, the big feather on the front. Yeah.
What do they call the dancing girls where they all kick their legs at the same
Yeah.
time? The Rockettes, like that.
Yeah, like that. The Rockettes. Yeah.
This just looks like shit.
Wild.
Wow, the physics.
Candy canes in the background.
Look at the physics at play.
And look,
Oh,
it
look,
looks
she
like,
won.
they're dancing.
Yep,
Look,
she won.
She's dancing.
Well,
And look, it also looks like it's like otherworldly, like off-world, like you've been sucked into a Mortal Kombat type of situation.
Are there anybody in this that aren't these ladies? There we go. There's a guy.
Yeah, there's a guy.
I mean, I don't need dudes. I just mean, like, is it just these two dancing ladies? Is that the
yeah,
game?
the two ladies, because the same characters is what you were saying. Yeah, I got you.
That looks terrible.
It looks horrible.
And they went ahead and called it Brutal Battle with
D's.
Oh, man.
I'm assuming that the one with the T's was already taken.
They gave that game the D.
They gave that thing the D's instead of the T's.
Yeah, you got to cross your D's now instead of T's. Well, there you go. There's that. Welcome to Retro. Let's get to some listener feedback. You ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to play this for Guess Our Game.
This is just a guess. We'll have to verify it ourselves.
I went and found that to use it.
I like that. I noticed you use a different intro for the Welcome to Retro, so that's pretty cool. I like that
I'm
one.
kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Here's this. Let's get to these. This question. We got a tech or a voicemail on this one. It's a voicemail. It's a call. All right. This is from.
Oh,
Nick.
is that how that works?
This is how that works. Yep. If you
All right.
say it's a call, it's people's voice. And this is from, let's see, Nick in Massachusetts and his thoughts about sanity meters, because we talked about those in previous episodes about games that have
horror games.
sanity meters, which I don't love. Yeah. It's not my favorite mechanic. However, he has this to say. Let's see what it is.
Play Retro, guys. Nick from Springfield, Mass. Here. I just wanted to continue the conversation about sanity meters. In my mind, the game that did it the best, and in my humble opinion, the best horror game ever made, Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. It's a GameCube game. Basically, your family line, you start off as a Roman soldier. Your family line finds this tome of eternal darkness, and it follows your family throughout history. You spend most of the game in a mansion, I think in the state of Connecticut or Rhode Island. But your family line goes all the way back to ancient Rome. You spend a little time there as well. It's a super, super interesting game. I think it would be great play retro fodder. I would love to see you guys cover it. Came out 2002 it was a GameCube exclusive. There's been talks for years about spiritual successors and trying to get funding, and nothing ever really came of it. But a real gem of a game. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Love the show, guys. Keep it up. Love going back in time and enjoying all these games again with you guys. All right, thanks.
Well,
Bye.
we agree, dude. Glad to have you on board.
Thank you, Nick.
Here's the thing, Nick. I agree with you. That game was amazing. The guy who helped develop it maybe was the main guy. I can't remember. Notorious psycho in games. I got to find his name. Eternal Dark, because he has had his fingers in a remake and then a sequel, and then he didn't really have the rights, so he was going to make something else.
Oh, no.
And he just never really got anything done, and he was a kind of a huge jerk, I guess. Hold on. Developer.
But the game, I think I looked at the game in the last couple of years for one of our October games, and I want to play because we haven't done the GameCube in forever. And what we talked about in the past, one of my favorite systems, maybe my favorite system of all time, is the GameCube.
There you go.
Not necessarily the biggest, deepest library, but every time I play the GameCube, it feels like peak console gaming for me. You can go, but what about online? I don't even like you people like that.
Yeah.
I don't like online.
Nope. Nope. Dennis Dyack. That's it.
Dennis Dyack.
He was the guy. He's kind of a turd. He had a big dispute with Epic Games. Let's see, what was he going to make? Oh, Too Human was the game. That ended up being a piece of shit. Nobody liked Too Human. That was a 360 game.
Yeah,
anyway, there's a whole story with him. It's now like a decade and a half old, the whole controversy, so it's not like he's a big problem now as far as I know, but just there were problems. But he did have he directed that Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, which we did a show on. We did an episode on Blood Omen, or on Legacy of Kain. That is still one of my favorite things I ever played in my entire freaking life. I loved it. He also co-produced Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, which is a weird thing to find out.
Yeah.
Then he made Too Human. It was terrible. He then made X-Men Destiny. And then Dead House Sonata, which is currently to be announced, whatever that is. So he's still out there working on stuff. He was entered into the Canadian Video Game Developer Hall of Fame in 2011. So congratulations.
I mean, he's Canadian or just...
He is Canadian, yeah.
Wow. A rare Canadian jerk. You don't see that too often, but whatever.
That happens. I mean, I'm just
Everybody's got him.
Look, nobody likes Ted Cruz. He's from Canada. So
you guys didn't. I didn't get any pushback from me saying that I don't like online experiences with consoles, and not a single person said, "Brian, you're wrong."
I think that's a perfectly fine opinion to have.
I love multiplayer games. Multiplayer games on my PC feels right. I'm at my desk. It feels like an interactive place where I should interact with people. Mm-hmm. But when I'm playing a console game, I'm sitting on my couch and I don't want to have a headset on. I don't want to talk to none of you people. And I know some people love that experience.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not you. I understand it.
Pushback.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot better now than it's ever been. But if you're talking about like early on console online experiences were shit.
Yeah.
360 came along and kind of modernized it. Sort of took us in a brave new direction. Then lost their way with other reasons for Xbox One and stuff. But at the time, what they were doing with Xbox Live is kind of revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada has Don Cherry. I don't know who that is. Who's Don Cherry?
I don't know who that is, but I hate the name.
You don't like the name Don Cherry, eh?
I don't know. That just, for some reason, that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Don Cherry, Canadian former ice hockey guy. No, I know the name. Is he? He was a butthole or something.
He was a butthole.
He's 91. He's probably he's past his.
If you're 91 and not a butthole, I mean.
He ran a podcast for. That's why I know the name. He's got a controversial podcast, political podcast. That's what's going on. That's what we all do. That's what we all do.
Yeah.
Guys, guess what? We got some great news for you. If you want to send in your own messages, you can do it so easily. It's almost disgusting, honestly. You go to frogpants.com/playretro. All right, that's our website. First of all, you're going to be greeted with this beautiful website, and you're going to go, man, look at this. This is just gorgeous. And then you're going to go, what else is here? And you're going to scroll down. You're going to see our album art and all this great info about where to get the show, how to support us, and all that stuff. But you're also going to find out how to contact us. Emails, voicemail, and texting. It's all right there. So just go to the website. Also below that, a bunch of cool swag. Brand new print up there, by the way. Walking the Jump Man. Brian Dunaway.
Like Walking the Jump Man.
Look what he's wearing. Okay, Brian, now you got to turn around.
Flex.
Show us the back.
Turn around, baby. What's on the...
Shit.
What am I like? What am I, your guy?
Yep.
It's like, hey, turn around, baby.
You're
turn
modeling.
Around.
You're modeling.
Do a full...
I love it. You want that sweatshirt? It's available now.
And man, this thing is
nice.
It's awesome.
It's really good quality. That's the thing
material.
I love about mine. I'll wear mine next show because it's just in the laundry right now. But but look at that. It comes in that blue. You can get it in this this clay color, which is what I did. I really like it.
I look really good. I like how.
Oh no, I take it back. I did this one, chestnut.
You did the clay one, right? Oh, you did chestnut. Okay,
yeah. Chestnut looked weird in that photo, but that is. I really like it. It's like a nice brown. Brian got this one, which is called sand.
The sand.
There's also white. If you're just like, hey, I want a white
brave.
One. Yeah, you want to be brave.
I have some white sweatshirts, and they always last about a week.
Yep.
And then it's just like, no more.
The important
I have yellow
thing
spots
is,
on me for some reason.
The important thing is you got to get this thing while it's hot because, I don't know, I've been told Nintendo gets weird about some imagery being used for things. I'm just saying, now's the time. If you're going to get it, get it. And who knew that Link was a Christian? Like the old cross on his thing.
He's a crusader.
Crusader, baby. All right. Anyway, that's frogpants.com/playretro. Also, our next discussion and or game. We got to talk about that. You ready for this?
Oh, Are you ready for this?
That's terrible. We're going to do Return to Zork. And we're going to do that because the reason we're going to do that is because it's FMV February.
Full motion. I say full motion February. Others have said FMV.
I like what you did. Full motion February is better. That's just better. We're doing Return to Zork. Now, I've never played this version of the game. This is like a blind spot for me. I played all the old Zork stuff, the text-only stuff way back in the day. Never played Return to Zork. Have you had a lot of experience with it? Do you know what's up?
I've only, same as you, I've only played the tech stuff. And I've watched some video from Return to Zork because I was interested and I was like, I'm just not ready. But now I'm ready.
You feel like you can. Now's the time.
Now is the time.
Yeah.
Every other month of the year was the wrong time. Only February is the right time.
Yep. And it looks, I mean, look at this Infocom logo made out of Photoshop 1.0.
Infocom, I used to love seeing that logo.
So this was controversial at the time because Zork was like supposed to be in your imagination. But no, this game said, well, what if you walked around and did shit in a little place? You know?
What if it went in the opposite direction? What if he showed you everything?
Yeah, what if it was not like that at all? So let's find out next week right here on Play Retro. It's still well regarded. People like it for its story and stuff.
Yeah, people like it.
I found it kind of annoying visually when I first looked at it, but whatever. We'll talk about it.
It's hurt my eyes.
Anyway, that'll be next week on the thing. And thanks, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to support us on patreon.com/playretro like Thomas Silva, Quaid, Ben Schwald, Patrick Feeney. These are just a few of the fine folks who support us over there to get their no commercials or ads, to get their pre-show content every week. And these watch retros we're doing, they're fun.
So much fun on Tuesdays.
Oh, and then I should say the archive goes to the patrons. You're the only ones that get an archive. Doesn't stay on YouTube, doesn't stay on Twitch. We stream it live, and then poof, it's in your inbox. Is how we do it.
I just blew on my Nintendo DS.
Like you should have. That's exactly the right way to go. I think that's everything else. Brian, you got anything else to say before we go?
Go to Nerdtacular. We're going to be meeting there. Not to mention, we'll be doing hopefully a live version of our watch along.
Oh, hell yeah. No, hopefully. It's happening.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Sitting in our Christine Plymouth Fury.
Yep.
Red.
Yep. Talking whatever it is we do. So be there. Get your tickets now, frogpants.com. It's going to do it for us, for everybody else, for us and you and everyone else. Oh, go play something retro, you bunch of weirdos. We'll talk to you next time.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
You skipping out on me? Yeah, I'm skipping out.